Hey everyone, today we're diving into one of life's biggest questions, right? How to actually find contentment. We're going to explore two ancient, really powerful philosophies, but offer a pretty surprising roadmap to peace in our, let's face it, chaotic modern world.
I mean, think about it. We live with comforts and technologies our ancestors couldn't even have dreamed of. And yet, so many of us feel this deep sense of restlessness, almost like a psychological static that we just can't tune out. This explainer is all about getting to the very heart of that paradox.
So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to diagnose this modern state of unrest. Then, we'll look at two very different solutions, the Stoics' mental fortress and the Islamic spiritual sanctuary. After we compare them, we'll uncover this surprisingly similar antidote they both offer for our anxiety. All right, let's start by just putting a name to what so many of us feel, the modern crisis of contentment.
Yeah, this is the core issue, right? Our external world has never been more comfortable, but our internal world is, well, it's often in turmoil. It's really a spiritual crisis. So to tackle it, we're turning to two profound traditions that have been grappling with this stuff for centuries.
So, our first path is Stoicism. It approaches peace as an act of logic and sheer will, like building an impenetrable fortress inside your own mind.
The ultimate goal for a Stoic is this state called Ataraxia. Now it sounds fancy, but think of it as a profound inner calm. It's all about being unshaken by external events. This isn't about being emotionless, not at all. It's about building a mental stability so strong that the chaos of the outside world, it just can't knock you over.
So how do you get there? Well, it pretty much comes down to two huge ideas. First, the dichotomy of control. This is all about knowing the difference between what you can control, like your own judgments and actions, and what you can't, which is, basically everything else. Second is this concept called prohairesis, which is your power to choose. The idea is that true contentment comes from making rational choices no matter what happens.
So here's how that works in real life. Let's say something happens. You lose out on a promotion or you get stuck in some awful traffic. The Stoic mechanism kicks in. Step one, the event happens. But then, and this is so critical, step two, you pause. You don't react to the event itself. You react to your judgment about the event. You realize that just labeling it as bad is what's actually causing the pain. And that pause, that gives you the power for step three, to choose a rational response and keep that inner peace intact. Okay, now let's shift gears and look at our second path. This one builds a completely different kind of structure. This is the Islamic sanctuary of the heart, which looks for peace not through will, but through faith and trust.
The central concept here is something called Rida, and the most important word on this slide is active. This is not passive resignation, just, accepting whatever happens. It's an active, dynamic state of the heart that learns to find not just peace, but actual contentment and even pleasure in what has been decreed by a higher wisdom. This state of Rida is built on two pillars. The first is Tawakkul, which means this deep, absolute trust in a wise creator, even when things just don't make sense. And the second is the ultimate goal, to achieve what's called the nafs al-mutma'inna, or the soul at complete peace. You can think of Rida as the practical road you take to get to that tranquil state.
This is such a profound shift in perspective. It completely reframes every hardship. That egocentric question of why me gets replaced by a search for meaning, for growth, for some hidden mercy inside the trial. You move from a place of feeling like a victim to a place of purpose. So we have the fortress and we have the sanctuary. Now let's put these two paths side by side and really see how they stack up against each other.
So this is where you can really see the difference, especially when something tough happens, like loss. The Stoic finds tranquility by practicing a kind of indifference, recognizing it was never truly mine to begin with. But the person practicing Rida finds peace through gratitude, framing the loss as it was a trust that has now been returned to its owner. See, both get to peace, but through very different internal mindsets.
This matrix just lays it all out so clearly. For the Stoic, the source of peace is internal. It's your own reason and logic. For the Muslim, it's external, faith and trust in divine wisdom. And this leads to different metaphors. Stoicism is like an iron shield you use for defense, while Islam offers a sanctuary where you can take refuge. And finally, their end goals are different. The Stoic is aiming for autarkia, or complete self-sufficiency. The Muslim is aiming for ihsan, a state of closeness to the divine.
Okay, and now for what I think is the most fascinating part. Even with these massive differences in their foundations, we find this amazing convergence.
This is where peace truly meets purpose.
It's wild, right? The why is totally different, but the how you live ends up looking remarkably alike. Both frameworks produce people who are resilient, centered, and way less prone to the anxieties that plague modern life. It's kind of like different operating systems, but a very similar user experience.
And here they are, those shared outcomes. Both philosophies decenter the ego. They remind us we are not the center of the universe. Both cultivate presence, anchoring us in the now instead of letting us worry about the future or regret the past. And most importantly, both give you this powerful mental framework to transform pain from something that destroys you into a catalyst for building character.
And that leaves us with one final question for you. Both of these paths offer a powerful antidote to our modern restlessness. One gives you an impenetrable fortress of logic and will, the other offers a welcoming sanctuary of faith and trust. So the question for each of us is, which one will you choose to build?